went to the chiropractor and he said he grew like 3 inches.
When did you realize you were below average height? At what age did it hit you? Were you like, you know what? I'm short.
I've been short my whole life, dog.
Like even like third grade, you're looking up to everybody.
No, so I feel like in third grade, I probably was like, we all were probably around the same height. I think when I got to like 6th grade and I still was short, I was like, bro, it's a problem. By middle school, I was like 5'1".
For real?
In middle school, I was probably like 5'1", 5'2".
Because I was short.
You were short.
I was real short, bro. I think my freshman year in high school, I don't think I was maybe 5 foot. I wasn't taller than my mom. I don't
Wait,
think.
in high school?
High school,
you gotta be taller than that.
Bro, I was 13 though.
I saw JJ.
I might have been like 5
He was
foot,
tiny.
JJ,
I saw JJ.
I still couldn't ride all the rides at Six Flags.
I saw JJ, I think 7th or 8th grade for the last time in like a long time. Yeah. And then I saw him maybe his junior year and he had shot up.
Well, I think by that time you do shoot up. I think dudes have 2 growth spurts. And working with students. No, listen, bro. I had it and I'm still 5'6". Bro, I feel like dudes have 2. You have a growth spurt from middle school to high school, and then you have another one from like your junior year to like your senior year. Like you start to like look like a man, like a young man.
Bro, I haven't grown since 8th grade, so I don't know what you're talking
You've been the same size as 8th grade?
Yeah, Coop been tall since we were young.
Dang.
Well, what they putting in the water in Saginaw?
I think it's the Coopers. We just have early
Your family's
growth spurts.
also
Y'all peak out early?
Yeah, I was like 5'10" in 6th grade.
Thank God you weren't a girl.
Grade. Why?
5'10"
You have something wrong?
grade.
Is something wrong with tall women?
No,
Yeah.
I'm saying if you.
What are you saying, brother?
Saying if you grow,
Say what you trying to say, brother.
I'm saying if you matured early,
Then what happened?
A lot of young women mature early, and then they have the stuff that comes with maturing early.
What's that?
Their periods, you idiot. You're so stupid. So yes, bro. Yes. So I think men have that. I was like, bro, middle school, I really didn't like start to like grow until high school.
And you still didn't grow.
Bro, y'all about to piss me off.
Tay. Come on. That's what they call you?
No. Nobody's ever called me
I just make that
Tay-Tay.
up. I make that up?
Nobody's ever called me Tay-Tay. In fact, in middle school, they called me Donate.
I can see that.
Because a teacher said my name wrong. She was calling Ro and she said Donate Robinson. And everybody was like, oh, she called him Donate.
How did that make you feel?
And the rest of middle school, bro, my name was Donate. Everybody would be like, Donate.
You didn't correct them?
Bro, it just became like a nickname.
Nah, ain't no nickname. My name is my name.
I corrected him by the time we got
I
to
feel like
high
people
school.
would make fun of your they would mispronounce your last name before they mispronounce your first name.
Bro, everybody butchered my whole name. So that's the point.
I mean, technically, his family doesn't know how to say his last name.
Okay. Welcome to another episode of the Soundboard Podcast, episode 70.
70.
Ooh.
This is kind of a big number for us.
Kind of.
I mean, one above the last one.
Yeah. Another decade.
But it's good nonetheless, man. Episode 70. That means we've been in this game for a while, but also we have known each other for over 12 years. And so now we are just letting you be a part of the Soundboard. It's your boy Dontae, and I'm here with...
This is Coop.
It's your boy JJ.
And the best producer in the world.
Big KJB.
Yes, sir. And we want to just welcome you to the pod.
Welcome.
So, fellas, besides me being below average height.
In America.
In America.
Globally,
in the world?
You're good.
Yeah, globally,
You're
the average height
internationally
is 5'6".
On the microphone.
But in America, the average height for men is 5'9". And reading that is a bit disheartening.
They didn't account for people that had shoes on.
Maybe that's what it is.
Get bigger shoes.
I need Tim boots.
That'll work.
Year round.
That'll work.
Fellas, what's been up, man?
I need to talk to y'all about something.
Okay.
What's up with it?
So your boy, I have a couple somethings to talk to y'all about. Actually,
More surprised.
When boys get free time,
Got a world of
you know,
time to
I have
think.
nothing but time on my hands.
yo, you know what's so funny? We were talking about that because I came over here and I was chilling with Coop, and Coop was like, "Oh, I be having to watch how many videos I send y'all a day." Because I know y'all working. I don't want to send
I have
y'all.
all these memes.
He's like, I don't want to send y'all too many back to
Schedule
back.
them out.
I have to distribute my memes amongst my friends. Everybody can get 2 a day max. But yeah, so your boy has been off. You know what I mean? I went to Florida for a wedding.
That boy retired. He didn't just quit. He retired. I'm retired. I'm about
living
to
his
travel the
best
world.
life.
Oh man, it's been great. New York, Florida, you know. But so I went to Florida for a wedding, and then we ended up going to Harry Potter World. Not a fan of theme parks. Cool to look at. Didn't have the best time.
That's Universal, right?
Universal.
Yeah.
It was dope.
Harry Potter World?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was dope to look at. Dontae.
Bro, I just feel like Coop did not fully experience
Oh, Coop,
Harry Potter World.
Yeah, I was gonna-
He not a fan.
I watched it.
But
All
you
of
didn't
them?
read the books.
Haven't read a book.
I
Y'all
mean,
know
to
how
that point,
Coop
I
is
never
with
read the
books.
books, but I watched the movies.
Would you be
Nobody else
hyped?
read the books?
I
never
read the books.
I read the
Thank you,
first
Dontae.
book. I read the first
I read
book.
the
That's
books.
it.
Well, I read up until 5. They had started getting lengthy after that. I was like, But I've seen all the videos.
But yeah, it was dope to see. They put a lot of work into it, but the kids were very into it. I was like, but since I was there, I was like, okay, let me have fun. I don't ride rides, but I do like to buy things. So I was gonna buy a wand and the robe. And I took a quiz, and I'm either Gryffindor or Hufflepuff.
It's giving Hufflepuff.
I wanted to be Slytherin, but
You know
got it
what?
in
I can. You ain't evil enough.
I'm not. I tried so
That would
hard.
be Justin.
Justin would definitely be Slytherin.
Yo, I have a heart for Gryffindor.
But see, you know what? That little hat
sorting
tells
hat.
the sorting hat tells where your real heart
But
is.
you can also manipulate.
Look at
it.
y'all Harry Potter fans.
Nah,
They didn't even have a hat there.
They didn't have the
No?
sorting hat?
No. Oh, I didn't see it. I could go buy whatever robe I wanted. They should have a hat to tell you which robe
yeah,
to
they
get.
should.
No, they made you take the quiz. That was the sorting hat.
I took the quiz. But so I went to go buy the robe. I was going to get Slytherin either, though that wasn't my house. $130 for a robe.
For the
that's
robe?
awesome, yeah. JK
One-
getting them proceeds.
Bruh, $130. Didn't get the robe. Okay. Can't get the robe. Don't have a job. I can't just drive.
Sure, I probably should spend $130 on the road.
Probably should have read the book.
So then I was like, let me just get a wand. A little wand.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little stick.
$60.
For the wand?
Y'all are really doubting Harry Potter.
I mean, I guess you know what?
Are people buying them?
Harry Potter has a new
Every kid had a
game out.
wand.
Every kid had one.
Yeah.
Yep. So I
That
was-
game is like running numbers up.
Oh,
You
I
know
didn't
what?
even realize
You know
that.
what? That is real. My coworker did not come into the office when the game dropped.
Yes.
Because
Called out.
he called.
That's a real thing.
Because he was
Glad
at
I don't have to
home
do that
playing the
anymore.
game. You call that every day. Because he was at home playing the game, and they were all in the office talking about it. So when stuff like that happens, I'm like, I guess I ain't no real Harry Potter fan. Cause
You're not.
Yeah.
It ain't.
Mild fan. You didn't read the books.
I read 1 through 5.
I'm saying you can't be a
7
real.
books.
You almost made it. You can finish. It's not too
Nah.
late.
Yeah, it's not too late. Pursue your
So you're
dreams.
an average reader, below average reader.
You're not below average in every category.
No, bro, them books got too long, though, bro.
The books are really
I'm not
good.
JJ.
Outside of J.K. Rowling, like
didn't even
her
read that.
controversy, like I thoroughly
What
enjoyed-
controversy?
Who?
What happened?
She has very strong opinions on
Trans?
the trans community.
Oh, I don't think I realized.
Wait, I didn't know that.
So they actually just published an article because they've been trying to give her more and more heat, but she's a hard business to beat.
What you
so
gonna
the
do?
fact that Coop still not even a fan, still supported her.
Mm-hmm.
Like she getting money off top, but I think they said like her revenue has dropped like 76 cents out of the dollar type thing.
Wait,
But
I'm
it's-
sorry. Does she support it or she does not?
She does
support
not
it?
support it.
She
doesn't
doesn't
believe in it.
support
She
it.
doesn't
Very
believe in it.
adamant again. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And she's sticking 10 toes down on
It
what she
doesn't
said.
matter to
10
her.
town, 10
She's
toes
so
down.
rich.
doesn't.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? Take $1 billion
And
away
y'all know,
from
and y'all know what's so crazy about that? She found the Harry Potter franchise when she was like in her 30s.
Yeah.
Like
really?
like the end of her 30s. So that means she lived the majority of her life unsuccessful.
Wasn't she like homeless? Wasn't she?
I wouldn't go that far.
Well, you know what I mean?
Was
By
that
like those
was her
standards.
origin story? Like, was she writing that when she was homeless or something?
I think they did say she was homeless.
I don't remember.
I mean, she's
exactly.
probably a struggling artist to that degree, but I mean, she hit
She had that one
7
thing that
times,
hit.
actually 8 times, because she put out another book.
and the movies.
Yeah,
And the
movie.
game.
And the Harry Potter world.
Yes.
Yeah.
She keeps hitting.
She's
She's
keeps
a-
hitting.
Dang, bruh.
And every generation, it's not like it's about to.
And that's what's crazy.
It's not to go anywhere.
That was technically our generation. So the fact that younger generations still know about it, and this woman ain't released no book, and that last book came out what?
Probably like 6-7 years ago.
6-7 years ago? Like,
Because she did the last book, and it was she did it in a play format. So I think that did take it to some level of like production.
Oh.
Yeah.
Did the movie come out before the last book?
no, the books came out way before the movies.
The movies came out. No,
Yeah.
the last book. So there's the original 7, and then there's the 8th one of like I think it's the Cursed Child.
Bro, I didn't even know she had another book.
Yeah, I rock with Harry Potter.
Dang, Justin, you really do.
Okay. Good little side tip. Back to my story. $60 wand. Not gonna do it. But I see other wands. I say, how much are those wands? It was like 300 was the most expensive.
300?
It was between 150 to 300.
Yeah,
You should just picked up a stick.
Ollivanders.
And then I told the lady, I leaned in. I'm like, you know this isn't real, right?
So because you too broke to get into it,
I made it.
you want to ruin the experience for everybody else.
I love it.
I'm Haiti, right? So I didn't buy anything. I bought some butter beer. Delicious, by the way. No alcohol, but it's really good. So then I'm outside. I'm walking around. I'm telling my wife how expensive everything is. I'm like, this isn't real. I kept saying it. I was like, none of this is real. Yo.
Hey, he a Death Eater. He's a Death Eater.
And I was like, $60 for a wand? No, I was like, $300 for a wand is ridiculous. And the kid walks up to me. And he's like, excuse me, sir, this one's only $60. I was like, okay, I'm ruining everybody.
Yes.
It's time. Then he runs off and does some magic with the. They have like a little station set up where you can do magic with your wand.
Oh, okay.
But outside of that, they don't work. Just so y'all, we're very clear.
Dang, Coop, you had to kill the experience for the kid. And so is your wife a Harry Potter fan?
Huge.
And so she was like enjoying it.
Oh, she had a
And
ball.
so she's dragging you around.
I can't even blame her on this one. She knows I don't like theme parks, and I wasn't gonna go. But the problem was we were in a rental car with 2 other couples, so I would have had to drive around Orlando for like 8 hours or
You
5
want to
hours.
go to Disney?
No, I don't like any of that
With
stuff.
the animal kingdom?
No theme parks.
No,
You don't want to go to the happiest place
I'm
in the
a
world.
real.
None
of this is real.
It isn't real.
So
real.
you don't want Mickey ears and all that.
No, I'm good, bruh.
So when your daughter wants to go, you gonna go?
I'll take her.
Okay, then.
Yeah, that's different. I'm a grown man without a child in a theme park.
I want to go.
I bet you do. But you're also 5'6". You are 5'6". You are not real either.
Whoa!
Dontae going to the North Pole after that.
Okay, all right. We've laughed at my expense.
So yeah, I wasted $200 going to this theme park I didn't want to go to. But the real story is this. So we flew to Orlando, but we drove like an hour out to, I think it's called Ocala, Florida.
Okay.
So there's nothing to do there. So we ended up going to, me and the other husbands that were dragged on the trip. We ended up going to the Museum of Ocala.
Okay.
Random city.
Yeah, I've never heard of it.
So you can guess what's in the museum.
Okay.
It's in Florida. It's just like civil rights and like
Alligators?
Indian stuff like that.
I would have never actually guessed that was in the Florida
It's in the
Museum.
South. It's in the South. I mean,
Okay.
what else is their history? You know what I mean? So
Dang. You lost.
basically,
I don't know when you said Ocala. I don't know why I thought like Hawaii stuff.
I can see that based off the name.
It sounds like an island.
But the lady is talking about the museum used to be a school for women, right? Mm-hmm. And she's talking about the school. She's like, of course, the school was segregated.
She said it to you.
She said it like that.
I'm with 2 white guys and it's me. So she said segregated and she pointed her hand at me.
Oh, snap.
Sweet old lady. But she's like segregated. I was like, I looked at the two other guys. We all just like look at each other like, did she really just do that?
Yeah.
But rewind. When we first walked in, I had my math stuff on as usual, and she was like, "Oh, did you play for the team?"
Dang.
First of all, she clearly don't know basketball.
Is that a compliment?
Because you're under average height for an NBA player.
Oh yeah, for sure. But I can still, I could still be in the league with my height. Dontae. But my question is this: do y'all believe in levels of racism, and do you give out grace based on the level?
One.
Do you believe in grace at all? For
racism is racism.
Yeah, racism is definitely.
Let me be very clear, but I do think there are some people who are like high level lynching.
What level is that? What level is that?
That's definitely probably like 5.
Is there anything above 5?
Yeah,
No.
Dontae uses a rating scale of 1 to 5.
Yeah, 1 to 5. 5 is you don't even value this person's life. Like
Okay.
you are willing to take it. So I would say that's like a 5. And then 1 is I think would just be considered you're just oblivious. Like those people who may grow up and they don't grow up around people of color.
Privilege.
Yeah, like you just don't.
Like an 80-year-old white woman?
No,
Now she grew up around it.
Her, yeah.
She in there between 2 and 4.
Yeah.
But yes, bro, she grew up.
I was segregated when she was growing up.
But it was segregated for a reason.
So she didn't grow up around it.
Bro,
No.
she's
She still grew up around
no,
it.
she grew up
You giving
around
her
it.
passes.
She grew up around it because ain't old
It's
boy
America.
ain't Jerry Jones block 80?
And he was there. He was curious.
He was there. He wasn't
wrong with him, bro?
He wasn't taking part in it.
He was curious.
He just wanted
Did
to
you see
see
the picture?
He wanted to see what hey, what are you guys doing?
White passing.
What are you guys doing over there? I just
Y'all
want to
never,
peek.
y'all never been curious, huh?
I just want to peek and see.
So when you were younger, your parents went through your computer history. You was like, I'm just curious.
So I do think there's a level of like I just don't know. Like I just don't know, and so you don't necessarily. It's you kind of make statements that may seem insensitive, and it's really from a place of ignorance.
Okay.
I think that's one. I think everything else you got to just fall in between.
What would you rate that host? What's
That woman,
With
she
the
probably
mask?
she probably was like a. I feel like she might be a 1.
That's a 1.
And here's why, though, Coop. Here's why I want to give her the benefit of the doubt. I think she may have pointed to you because it is also by no surprise that Florida is trying to whitewash history right now. They want to get rid of anything. Yeah, they want to get rid of anything that has to do with just color
True
theory
American history.
or like American history.
They're trying to segregate their history from.
They don't want it to be.
trying to abolish it.
Yeah, they trying to abolish. So I think for her, Coop, in her mind, when she pointed at you and said, segregated, I think. What I hope is she was trying to say like in a state like Florida. No, fool. I think she was trying to say in a state like Florida where they're trying to erase this history. We are here still fighting the good fight.
Okay.
And we want you to know that in other times you couldn't have been able to go to school with us.
I thought she was trying to be inclusive. She was trying to be inclusive.
Yeah, like I think she was. I want to hope that was her.
It was a
her
1.
way
She was
of
so
saying it.
friendly to me. She might have been a little racist, but it didn't bother me. I got what she was trying
So,
to do.
JJ, do you think that there's levels to it?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think if we're using your scale 1 to 5, I think that's a good way to break it down. I think 5 is
Yeah,
is
like
taking
don't
the
value your
right-
life.
Right. 1. Yeah, I think there's subtleties. There's racism can come in subtle forms. Just like I'm thinking about even my experience from living and growing up in the South and then moving to Boston to go to school up there. Racism looks very different. So I think there's levels to racism. And Texas is very overt. It's in your face. Like people, these people don't like black people.
They got the flag on their
The
truck.
flag, they're vocal, like it's in your face. Up north, I found it to be more inconspicuous. Like you just
can't live in this neighborhood.
or just
Good luck
smile,
to you.
or more so smile in your face, and then behind your back, like we're making different type of moves. We're having different conversations, right? So I think there's subtleties to it. I think, but there is a component of ignorance, and I think that the ignorance is where I would have grace. I think level 1 is where I would have grace. I don't know.
2 through 5.
Maybe 1 through 3. Maybe there's still a level of grace.
I don't know.
What's 3?
I feel like 3 is when politically you like, I don't mind y'all.
Nah.
But we don't want y'all. We just want y'all to stay in y'all neighborhood, and we don't necessarily care that your neighborhood
I would
have grocery stores.
I would look at it like this though.
And like a Whole Foods. You know?
Because racism, they say racism is taught, right? Like hatred is taught.
Yeah.
So a level 1 is more so like ignorance. I just don't know, right? So it's like, all right, you get grace for that. Level 3 maybe you know, but you don't fully. Maybe you have never really interacted with a black person like this, or you don't have any additional context to then what's been fed to you. Okay. I think there's a level of grace there because it's still somewhat ignorant, but it's a higher level of ignorance to say like, all right, I can have grace on you to educate you. But if you're beyond that of no return, like you just trying to end the lives of all the black people, then there ain't no grace there.
Okay.
What do you think, KJB?
Ain't no grace for white people.
What? No, Justin.
He got an afro, y'all.
Yeah. Boys grow their hair out and they become militant. Marcus Garvey over here.
Yeah.
Subtle racism is still racism. So even if you're talking about like she's 70, she's 80, like she went through real life segregation and integration. Mm-hmm. Even with her age, even if she has dementia type thing, she knows exactly what she's insinuating. Like there's no subtlety to it. If you look at somebody who, to your stature, it's like, okay, you look like you could play basketball. Like, what does that really mean? Let's break that down.
You're black.
There we go.
Above 5'6".
There we go. Like,
But
Coop, I would argue to say that Coop looks athletic.
for the
Thank
Mavs,
He said used to. I look like a retired basketball player.
let's be real. There's stereotypes. Of
Dang, he said, let's be real. You ain't never looked like no Mavs player. You ain't built like it. You ain't got the height. And technically, right now, they have jobs.
I'll take 5 back. This is gonna be fun.
Oh, y'all thought I was gonna let that 5'6" joke ride on. Y'all thought I was gonna let that ride. So
But even to that point though, right? Like even if they inherently know it, I think there's still, for me, I think there's still grace because grace says I can educate you.
okay, so I have a
She
question.
works at the museum.
But are you saying that she's?
She wasn't being malicious.
Yeah.
She was.
Yeah, I
I
think
think she was trying to be inclusive.
Yes, I don't think it was. I think it's when it's
Inclusive
malicious.
will be pointing to the white people.
Y'all
Yes,
did this.
y'all did
We
this.
did this.
Okay, I can understand that. Justin saying the onus is on. She needs to educate them. We know this.
We know
Okay.
this.
Yeah, okay.
As
I
someone
can see
who's
that.
been to a lot of civil rights museum type thing, like I feel like as black people, when we go through civil rights museums, it's like, hey, it's more like refreshers on knowledge. But when I'm around white people, I believe I spoke on this when I went to one in Atlanta.
Yeah.
White people are learning this information.
Right. Mhm.
So if you have a tour guide, the tour guide needs to be talking to them. We are going through trauma.
Right.
Okay.
Talk to them so
Right,
they can learn it because they're the ones dealing with white privilege, feeling like, oh snap, this is all new information.
Okay.
No, your mom knew this, your grandmother knew this.
Your grandfather did this.
Yeah, your grandmother did this.
Okay. Listen. So I want to ask y'all this: news anchor, white lady. They did a news story about Snoop. She says, "For shizzle, my dizzle." Gets fired from the station. News anchor. She's been on the air for years, y'all.
Yeah.
This lady has been on the air for years. They do a story about Snoop. After they come back, cut from the story, they're all sitting at the news anchor desk. She says, "For shizzle, my nizzle." Everybody laughs.
Not everybody laughs.
Not
The black
everybody
people didn't
laughs.
laugh?
So when you watch it back, they do the freeze frame now. So ultimately, there's a black guy at the desk with them.
Yeah.
He does the fake chuckle, where it's very much so like, I can't believe you said
just said that.
And also when
Okay.
she said that, she tried to pass it to somebody who was off camera, and the person off camera said, "Oh." Like they did not
Don't bring
engage
me
with
into
it.
this.
Yes. She was like, "I'm not about to lose my child."
Okay, so is there grace there for this lady? Let's say she's 55. Is there grace for this white lady who says, "For shizzle, my nizzle"?
In this climate, no.
In
I
my
think
heart,
in her
First of all, what does "for shizzle, my nizzle"
for sure, my
mean?
nigga.
For sure, my nigga. Okay, I just wanted clarity for people who may not know.
We know.
I just wanted clarity. I'm saying for our listeners,
But she didn't know that.
who may not know. I don't know if she knew that.
That's why
did
she
not
threw
know
it.
that.
That's why she threw it to somebody else.
I don't think that woman knew that for
I can prove she didn't know that. White people didn't know what skeet meant.
I don't even know
And
what
they
ski man.
Oh,
But what you talking about? Like from the song?
Ski.
Oh, yeah, okay.
They were like,
I thought
can you
were
break it
saying
down
something
for
else.
me?
They played it on the radio until they figured out what it meant, and then they edited it out.
Right.
okay, yeah, I do.
There's a
remember
bunch
that.
of different slang that
Oh, yeah.
it takes like I think a good 10 years.
No grace whatsoever. They decided what they want to pick and choose from black culture.
You're saying she's aged out. It's a 10-year. She had 10
She
years to
didn't
know what it means.
She didn't know. I don't think
I'm saying that this is her profession.
Mm-hmm.
She's speaking. She's a news anchor. Like she's doing a.
But she doesn't have an urban degree, guys.
But she's talking to her. I guess this is a segment for they're doing an urban segment.
Yeah,
You
she
need to be
knew enough to
knowledgeable about
correlate
the
it to
segment.
Snoop.
Okay, but I'm saying she may not know what for
Shizzle my nizzle.
for shizzle my nizzle actually
She
means
didn't know that meant.
in actual terms.
Yeah, she knew it meant for sure my friend or something.
I don't even know
think
if she even knew that. I'm gonna be honest with y'all.
She probably
I feel,
didn't.
I feel like people be using.
Just as I have.
I feel people be using. Have y'all seen on Twitter?
AAVE, African American
AAVE.
vernacular. Yeah.
Yes, I feel like people be using our vernacular and they don't necessarily know what it
They like to
doesn't
pull
know
from-
what it means.
They like to pull from our culture.
In fact, one of the an Asian girl tells the story where she's saying she was spelled out CHILE. We know that that's child.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
She was saying Chile.
Like the country.
Yes.
Yeah.
So she was
That's
saying
the same thing Aquafina got in trouble for.
Yes. So using it out of context, like you saying it because you see everybody else saying it, but you don't necessarily understand what it means. So who does that fall on? The person who's saying it and they just may not know? Do they have to assume that
You still have
responsibility?
to assume ignorance. Like, that's still on your fault for being ignorant.
Okay, so where do we give people grace when they do that?
I do, but Justin doesn't.
I do
But he has
not.
more hair than me.
If you're what's the town you're in? Oxalato.
Ocala.
Axolotl?
Ocala. Yeah.
If Coop is driving through Ocala and they have a speed limit of 40 and Coop is doing 60, but he ain't know the speed limit was 40, does he get grace?
Nope. Also, y'all saying don't give grace. For shizzle, my dizzle.
Okay. Let's say I don't give her grace. What do? I'm supposed to educate her in that instance?
For
Don't
me,
point at me when you say.
No, you leave and then you write a review.
I don't. Maybe everybody's different. I don't think that if it didn't seem like she was being malicious. It doesn't.
But
it
I do
doesn't-
understand Justin's point.
doesn't bother
And if you're listening to this and you go to one of these, teach them.
yeah.
Like we know.
It don't always have to be acts of aggression, but I mean, y'all know me. Y'all know my face. I react, though.
Yeah,
I am
yeah.
confused. I'm concerned now. Why would you think to try me on this?
Why did you point at me when you said
Yes,
that?
you could have not.
Yeah.
You lacked level of constraints.
She
And you
wanted
put
to
me
be
in a
inclusive.
situation.
In
Don't
a
include
world,
me.
in
You
a
don't
world,
know me like that.
in a world that wanted us to be separate, she wants to bring us together.
You said I'm Big KJB.
I ain't your friend. Yeah.
Don't ever disrespect me.
Okay, let's move on before Justin get radical.
I'll take one more point. Y'all don't hang out with white people.
I don't have a white friend.
Whoa.
I take that back. I have white coworkers now. I'm happy for myself.
Y'all be going to happy hour and stuff.
We do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, look at me with friends. Expanding my territory.
So another thing that happened in Florida, we walked from the Airbnb. Tell me if I'm taking up too much time.
What's that producer?
Right. We walked from the Airbnb, and so when we're walking, we passed like some type of celebration. It might have been like a fair. The firefighters were out. They had like flags hanging. They had their trucks, 2 trucks with the
Racist.
The fire trucks?
Yeah. They're playing like some country. I don't know what type of music it was. Some I never heard. And I'm looking, and the guy was like, "What are you looking at?" I was like, "I was trying to see if there's any black people over there."
Right.
That's how I'm feeling
Before I
nervous.
go over there.
And then he laughs, and he said, "Wait a minute, are you serious?" I was like, "Kinda."
So you know what? It's so crazy that it's crazy to me that when I see an American flag, that I automatically think racism. And actually, no, it's not crazy because it's literally a country built on the backs of other people, on stolen land.
Are you saying a flag in general?
When I see the American flag, I really think racism. And so, you know what's so
It
funny?
depends on where it's at for me.
It depends on the size for me.
Is it hanging in front of the house or is it? Okay, no.
The huge flag flapping.
That was on the back of the F-150. But even when I see it like hanging in front,
Traumatized. Trauma.
when I see it hanging in front of somebody's house, funny story.
That's
Olivia and I watched this show called.
Say it.
It's a show.
It's a show on HGTV, and now my mind just went blank. But it has this couple on it named Aaron and Ben. And if you listen to this and you know what show I'm talking about, please put it in the comments. But they have this. Hometown. It's called Hometown. And it was a Christmas episode. It was a Christmas episode. And these are some of the nicest white people you'll ever meet. I'm like, I love Aaron and Ben. Every Sunday, Olivia and I have a date to watch their show. Okay? They've had black people on the show where they've reinvented.
They have black friends?
where they renovated their house.
Let's just dance.
Where they renovated their house. And so on the Christmas episode, I guess because it's a small town, everybody decorates a tree. Like you buy a tree and you decorate it, and it's like in the center square. And they decorated their tree as an American tree. And so the tree had American flags on it. And I remember looking at Olivia and I said,
gotta be careful what ornaments you hang.
I said, dang, bro. I said, are Aaron and Ben Trumpers?
Oh.
Because the husband also will wear a hat that has an American flag on the hat. And I said, dang, bro. And Olivia kind of was like, would that make you want to watch the show less if you did find out that's you know, maybe how they voted? Or do you just have a problem with the American flag? And we really sat and kind of talked about this like, yo, would I watch this show if I knew that their thoughts, that their beliefs aligned with somebody like Trump? Because if you're doing American flag Christmas tree, that lets me know that you really value
and you got
this
a lot of
country.
guns in your house.
You really value this country, and I just have a different opinion about this country.
Yeah, it's two different.
But
Americans.
would you not want to have people within your
sphere that think
sphere?
differently?
Yeah, they have different set of values, a different set of views or opinions.
I do. I don't think there's anything. I think you do need people to kind of challenge you in that regard. But I do think it, to a certain extent, it goes to, I always start to think, do you even value my life? Like, do you value my life? And this is something we experience because we're black. You know, we see this we live this life every single day.
I say Black Lives Matter.
Do you get offended when people say Black Lives Matter? Like, are you them people that be like, all lives matter? Because we understand that.
Yeah.
But we're saying that black lives are the ones being taken. So like where do you sit on that spectrum? Is it a 1? Is it a 5?
So these are the things.
Yes, bro. Yeah. So we had a whole conversation about that, and I was like, yo, bro, they just did this American flag. He wearing an American flag on his hat. Like, I don't really know.
Yeah, any flags on T-shirts, hats, outside the house.
Yeah, outside of military.
Mm-hmm.
You got your service. All right, cool. You know, if you fully dressed at this McDonald's, that's fine, I guess.
The only appropriate place for a flag, sports events.
Is
Yeah, they do.
You gotta do the national anthem.
Yeah.
Okay, you're right.
And if you're in a gym, because some gyms have the flag, it's just like a workout thing. I think it's like a military thing.
Yeah, so I mean, gyms a lot of times are associated with people from the military.
Yeah.
Like, they start the gyms.
Yeah, that's it. Anywhere else? Racist.
Schools. Well, I don't know. Car dealerships?
Schools.
Schools, they say I pledge of allegiance.
Right.
Yeah.
Car dealerships.
It's a lot of places.
Right.
It's everywhere.
Right. We'll work on the list.
Other countries don't have their flags. Just
No, it's America.
It's America, bro.
We have a boisterous amount of pride. That's why all of our sporting events are world championship.
Oh, and it's just American
and
championship.
It's just America.
That's very true.
We were talking about that with baseball because America lost to
the World Cup to Japan, right?
Oh, they lost?
Japan. They lost.
Yeah.
But all of our championships
They
within,
picture cold.
yeah, all our championships within baseball are world championships, but we're not world champions.
We're American champions. And
Clearly,
that's all that
especially
matters.
I'm such an American. I didn't even think about this.
Proud to be in America,
But both-
because at least I know I'm free. Are we free?
Why are you singing that?
Yeah,
What's up with you?
And I won't forget
that
the man
flag on your jeans?
who paid his life for me, and I gladly stand up.
Next
You know
to
what? What I do like, though, I will say this. I do like the fact that we are expanding. So even at like the Super Bowl, now they actually have people singing the Negro National Anthem. It ain't on TV.
but why?
It ain't on TV.
Oh, it's not?
I was about to say, I didn't hear it this
I don't
year.
think it's on TV. They don't put it on TV, but they do put it. They do it like with the Super Bowl stuff.
Why would they do
Just
it and
play
not
the
put it
game.
on TV?
Okay, cool. This is a game, not a political
Just
statement.
play the game.
All right.
Good grief.
That's that light skin. See?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
See?
Coop be passing sometimes.
Coop, am I free?
No, I don't want any anthem. Just play the game, man. Give me a concert and then let's play the game, bro.
Am I free? To you?
You tell me, brother. Oh, but I have one more thing I wanted to ask y'all.
Coop,
So you know I don't have a job.
What did you say?
Stand-up comedian transitions.
What did you say? You're unemployed?
I am unemployed.
Not
by
Coop
choice.
trying to use us to build up his stand-up routine. Come on, Coop, get your joke off.
Yeah,
Get your
test your
joke off.
material.
Come on.
You know where people that don't have jobs are at, right?
At the house.
LinkedIn. So I was on LinkedIn and I saw this. I wanted to ask y'all's opinion.
And I proudly stand.
So this guy posted his favorite quote is tolerating B and C players will always cause A players to leave. Man, I cannot read.
You're doing good, brother.
And they said you get what you tolerated. And then one of my friends from like middle school who loves American flags.
It's always them free.
By the way,
It's always them free.
he loves American flags a lot.
A lot.
He responded. He said, "This is a bad take. You need B and C players. There's nothing wrong with people only doing their job and not significantly exceeding. Maybe replace it with tolerating toxic people will cause your A players to leave." So my question is do y'all think there's anything wrong with just going to work, doing your job?
No. You need those type of people.
Okay.
In fact, I think I agree with your friend who likes American flags. It is you need those type of people. There are two types of people in the workforce. You have visionaries and then you have doers. They're both equally important. You need people to dream big and see things from a high level, but then you also need people on the groundwork doing the work.
Can you have B or C level visionaries and B or C level doers?
I'm sorry, I don't understand your question.
Say it again.
I think in this example, they're trying to say that like the A person is like
Leading.
the visionary, the leader, and then the
Yeah.
B and C players are
Trying
just,
to improve the job. some
Yeah,
type of
like
way.
they're just doers.
Yeah, B and C is doers.
But doers they're important. Like that's how you get it done, because we love visionaries because they have big vision, but they also, a lot of visionaries aren't the people getting in the weeds and getting things done. It's the doers who do that. So I think, to your friend who likes American flags, I agree.
Okay.
So the A, just so I'm understanding, the A is more visionary, not necessarily level of excellence.
I think it's open
Like-
to interpretation.
It's open.
Yeah. So like,
took it a different way.
So
I
like,
took it like A was excellence. Like you have
Yeah.
the A person who's excellent. You have the B or C who's average.
That's the way I
Right,
took it.
like-
right. Okay.
Is there anything wrong with being average at work?
I would say it depends on the job. Because depending on the company, bro, like just the stats are going to say you're not going to get an A level person at every level that you have, but you need A level in leadership positions.
Okay.
Yes.
Right.
Okay.
So to that point of like visionary, you need like that A level. But I think that you need people to come and do their job. Like,
Bro, and there's nothing
depending
wrong
on
with
the type of job that it is, all we need you to do is show up and do the job. I don't even necessarily need you to do above and beyond. Just do the job.
You know what? And that's what upsets me for real, when people act like you just have to just love your job. No, some people, it's a check. I come, I do my job, because I do my job, you give me a check. Like
Right.
I don't have to love this place.
I'm gonna say that's capitalistic.
I will say this though.
American flag.
He loves them. Dontae loves them.
I will say
Captain
that
America over here.
Captain America's black now. Yeah.
But why?
He's not Captain America.
He is Captain America.
Wait, what was he before? The Falcon?
Yeah, Falcon.
He was Falcon.
He's Falcon
and then,
America?
And no.
he's transitioned.
And then, when old boy died, he handed over the mantle.
Let's
He's
be
Captain.
real. He was a B player.
He
Okay,
was
now
a B
he's an A player because
Not really.
And now he's an A player because the A player dead.
I don't think about him when I think about Captain America.
But I was gonna say
Y'all pissing me off.
That's Marvel trying to get us to like
trying to
American
pander
flag.
to us.
But why? Let's be real.
Pander to me. Like we need black superheroes. We do like I think in those regards. Like, come on, bro. Please
Why did the
piss me
black man have to transition into the white man's position to be important? And that's the part that you're not thinking about, brother.
off. Y'all let JJ get his point out. I'm sorry, JJ. Please get your point out.
I was just saying, like, when you have an A level player, like you're saying, to my example, you're saying like there's a level of excellence. I think that when you hire people, you hire them and you give them the job description. This is what I'm telling you that I want you to do. This is the expectation. The expectation is that you do your job.
Right.
I think that you need to hire people that do the job, but I think you can create a culture of excellence. Because I think if you have a culture that just says we just want B players, your corporation is not going to thrive. Like you still need to set a culture of you still need an A-level culture. For sure.
And I mean, to that point, you don't want to spend all of your energy on the B and C players. I do believe if you have these A players, you do need to be trying to keep them happy, but then also your B and C players, you need to be trying to get them to go to the next level. There are some people who are in the B position who can be in the A position. If you give them the tools, maybe the trainings, the incentive to do it.
So I
you
think
just have to do it.
This is more of a targeted message, really just for the A players ultimately.
Yes.
Because what it's saying is ultimately if you tolerate the B and C, that's what you're striving for.
Right.
So all your things as far as like the level of accommodations for a B or C player, they're saying, hey, don't do that. You only reward the A player. And that's what everybody should be striving for. Because the second that you come down from the A player to the B player, now the C
grumpy.
player is only looking to serve for the B player, and the A player is going to get frustrated.
I get it.
So it's very targeted. So.
Yeah, and whoever created that, are you even an A player?
Probably don't have a job. He's on LinkedIn. That's my time, folks.
Coop, I can't wait as you go into this. As you go into this new season of life.
Glad to see you're thriving, my brother.
So speaking of jobs,
Dang, that's what we doing?
Oh,
did he lick me?
I'm sorry.
You're just like her. She's
KJB and JJ. Speaking of jobs, I came across this TikTok because y'all know they tried to ban it, so I'm trying to get all my watches in before they ban it. But I just want to rock. Bro, he's weird.
So?
He's weird. I saw this. You know what? Let me not stay on that point. Let me not labor that point.
Where you going with this?
I saw him performing, bro. And he had like crosses on stage, and it was like fire. And it just made me realize, bro, people out here mad weird. Like y'all weird.
I mean, artists are generally weird.
Yeah.
Shock factor.
Yeah. So, is it shock factor or is it something deeper?
It got you.
You talking
Were you
about
shocked?
it, ain't you?
I was shocked.
Would you
But
rather
I'm
have been
saying-
American flags everywhere?
He could. Never mind. So I came across this TikTok, and it really just had me realize that although I know what y'all do, I don't know what y'all do for real.
What you mean?
Let me just play the video.
I'm a firm believer that one of the biggest pillars of friendship is not really knowing what your best friend does for a living. Like, I know her job title.
Girl, I don't know what my best friend do. I have not a fucking clue. And the amount of discussions that we have had about her job, and I still don't fucking know. She almost been there damn near about a year. Don't know. Girl, she was like, a couple of weeks ago, she was like, they was hiring. You should apply. Girl, for what? She was like, I think a couple of months ago, she had got a bonus. And she was like, girl, they gave me a bonus. I was like, as they should, friend. But who was that? Who gave you the money? And what was the bonus for? I'm in the dark, and I know right now she gonna see this, and she gonna laugh it off like, girl, you know what the fuck to do? I don't. And it's starting to give Tommy from Martin for me. So please clear.
I'm a firm.
That's funny.
But I think it's so many of us who really don't know what our friends do. Not even just at work, but like on the day to day. Like I don't like we come together, but I don't really know your life. I don't really know your life and kind of what you're doing. So when we brought this up, we were talking about it, and KJB said this would be a good topic because why?
Because honestly, like we within the 24 hours, we come together, bi-weekly or so to record. But like outside of that, when we touch base in the middle of the day, when we're exchanging memes all day, we don't know what each other is doing. Like,
well, not working.
Some of us are. Some of us are stuck in meetings.
No, I think he was talking about Justin. Every time I call Justin in the middle of the day, he don't never be working.
He's chilling.
But JJ is full of meetings all day. And I mean, Coop has Casey. Coop might have his phone and Casey at the same time. But there's times where Casey needs full attention. 2 hands.
Most of the time.
So I just feel like it's an interesting discussion that we can have, and I think it'll branch other conversations between all the listeners as well. Like, do you actually know day to day what your people do? So I think it'll be cool just to go around the room and see like what is your job title per se?
Hey,
what
this
do
will
you
be
do?
an episode we talk about jobs.
We had all these past episodes talking about jobs, and then we got somebody who unemployed.
She's everywhere.
What do you do in 24 hours?
Okay.
How does your
Yes. He's a full-time dad. Well, I know this is subject. We'll let somebody else go first. I want to hear from JJ because we have a little joke. When I came in here, I was grilling JJ because I said, JJ, you're the only person I don't talk to throughout the week. And it wasn't always like that. Me and JJ actually used to talk, but I'm going to talk to Justin a couple times throughout the week. And lately, I've been coming over here kicking it with Coop.
Yeah, so it's just
me
me.
around the corner. So it's really just you. So JJ, what does a day look like for you?
Well, I start every day waking up in the morning.
Yes.
And I really start with I start my days with devotion. So I wake up in the morning, I have my time with God, and then I will get inconsistent, but I be trying to go to the gym in the mornings. So it's hit or miss lately, but I would try to go before work. So I go early in the morning. Me and my wife, we've been going together.
Good job.
We've been going to the gym early in the morning. After we go to the gym, try to get that physical health taken care of. Come back, get ready for work, yada, yada, and then we go to work, right? Transition. But I say like maybe about 30 to 45 minutes is the commute. I still got to go in the office.
Dang.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That is
So
it's crazy that you
gotta
have
be me.
And it depends. There are days that I have remote days. Like I'm supposed to have two
Whenever they let you.
two scheduled remote days a week, but it don't always happen whenever they let you.
Now, man.
This guy here stirring the pot.
Now, JJ, I know you can't. You may not give your full title, but like, what type of role do you have?
In student affairs, so I am in the business or the career of support services for students.
Okay.
Yeah.
At
So
a college.
At a college, yeah. I work for UNC Health Science Center. So
Oh, he said.
He on the website.
Yeah, I didn't know if you wanted to say it.
it's on the LinkedIn.
It's on
Okay.
It's on LinkedIn. Like I ain't hiding it, but yeah, I work in student affairs for the Health Science Center. So it's like medical students. Medical students. We got a lot of different degree programs, but it's really the healthcare providers. But I do support services for students. I provide oversight for my office, which is a lot of different areas that we're over. So it's like basic needs support. So care team, which is like behavior intervention team, it's like our helping out students that are in crisis. I'm over our food pantry. I'm over financial hardship.
Man got a real job.
Oh, I get those emails
Keep it
now.
rolling.
Yeah, financial hardship, clothes closet, wellness coaching. I also do like fitness center.
He over the fitness center too.
Yeah. So it's just a lot of areas.
So-
It's like holistic health essentially
For you to be a best student that you could be.
Yeah,
You
so like
hungry? We got food.
Mind, body, spirit. Like how are you have the support and the resources that you need to be able to matriculate into school, do well while you're in school, and then graduate.
So, do you have meetings throughout the day? Is there a day busy?
My days are busy. Yeah, my days are busy. I'm still front facing in my job, meaning like I still meet with students. So I have one-on-one meetings with students. So like if it's a care team meeting, I'll meet with them in those different capacities. But I also, provide oversight for those areas. So then there's meetings that are related to those service areas, but there's also meeting with students. And then there's, of course, the meetings that you got to have with like colleagues and things like that.
So you go in at what time?
I'm scheduled to go in at 8, and then I'm scheduled to get off at 5. Sometimes it's
okay, but sometimes you may stay later.
Yeah, sometimes I may stay later.
Okay, let's say in the ideal world, you get off at 5. What are you doing when you get off at 5? Besides sitting in your car for 10 minutes, you've been talking to people in crisis all day.
All day.
Gosh dang, bro. So you get in the car. What is it next for you?
That commute home is like 45 minutes or so with traffic. So
Longer than it was to get there.
bro, yeah, it's the traffic's worse on the way home.
For sure.
Yeah, because it's like 5 o'clock traffic.
Right.
So yeah, I'm in traffic for a little while. I get home, bro. I probably just chill, decompress for a little bit. But it depends on the day. I may have some other obligations that I'll run to. If not, then I get to chill for a little bit, and then me and my wife will have like dinner, maybe watch a show, maybe read a little bit. Maybe watch a game. I mean, that's all right.
What's your bedtime?
It's moving. I'm aiming for like 10 o'clock.
Perfect.
But yeah, lately it's been a little.
Because Coop go to bed early, but
yeah, lately it's been after 10. So like time management is an area that I am challenged with right now.
So is that one of the reasons why you're off social media?
No, I'm more so off social media to eliminate distractions. So like that's one. I'm off social media because to me it's information overload a lot of times. And so this is a distraction, and I look at it sometimes like, is this helping me in any way? Is this moving towards where me? Like, is there adding value there? Do I think social media is valuable? Yeah, there's times. But for me in this season, like, I'm just eliminating that right now because of distraction.
There's no room for distractions. He has 7 different committees.
Yeah.
He's part of.
But it's also like the time that I could be on social media now, I feel with time like either reading a book, listening to an audiobook, or a podcast, something, because like I feel like there's so many different areas that I need to level up in.
Do you feel like you have capacity to level up with everything that you do?
I think it's part of figuring out time management. Like, how am I think I have to like be intentional about how I'm leveling up. I think that I can, but I think that I have to allocate dedicated time for each area that I want to grow in, and then map out what that time looks like, so that way I can allocate my energy and my effort accordingly. The area where I am struggling is time for self.
Oh yeah, you spend your whole day for other people.
Yeah.
And then for us as married men, we also have to make sure that we're catering to our significant other. So it's not like you can really just get home and be like, all right, go do you, I'm finna do me.
Yeah, bro, for sure. Because I would love to go play golf or do something like that, bro. I haven't done that in a minute.
So you don't have no time in your schedule for.
I use exercise as the case. Like, that's the time that I've been saying, like, hey, this is the time that I'll spend for self.
Ooh, but you still that with your wife though.
Oh, you talking about just me solely?
Yeah. Self.
Nah.
This started out depressing.
Yeah, this has been enlightening.
We'll circle back. Now I see why y'all be so upset. KJB.
Do we want to go to B?
Kids are gonna be upset.
Yes, go to KJB. KJB, what does a day look like for you?
A day? Okay. I'm up around 6:30.
Okay.
That's a good time.
That's when the missus has to go to work. So
You walk her out to her car?
No. That's when I'm up. So she is on the road.
Man, wild.
It's a dangerous world.
Right.
We've said our prayers.
I prayed for her already.
She's covered. She's covered.
She is covered. So yeah, she's up and out around 6:30. If I feel so enlightened, I might go to the gym. Get a little sunrise.
Oh, your days are done because you're doing it every day.
No, so I have multiple opportunities to go to the gym. For context, I do work at home.
Okay.
I'll be calling just in the middle of the day. We be having a whole hour conversation.
So my opportunities to go to the gym. Gym is still on the schedule. I have my opportunity in the morning. I can either go at lunch or I can go in the evening. So if I go in the morning, I'm cool. Start the day off right. If not, around 7:55-ish, I might, go cook up some breakfast, make me a little shake, and then 8 o'clock, I open up the laptop.
Okay.
At that point, my company's in Eastern, So it's already 9 o'clock for them, but we don't do morning meetings. We try to avoid it type thing. So the earliest meeting we'll probably have is around 10 o'clock. So at that point, I open it up. I check my emails for like 15 minutes. If there's nothing crisis happening, I'm going back to breakfast. It's the most important meal of the day. But most time, like, if it's just like midweek type thing, around 10 o'clock, I'm having meetings. A lot of my meetings for my job, I'm a dropship specialist, so I work in e-commerce for a certain consumer value store.
E-commerce. What is e-commerce, Justin?
Electronic commerce. Anything that you want to buy online.
But what does drop ship mean?
Drop ship for our company ultimately means we work with different vendors. And we don't house any of their merchandise within our company.
But they may be on your website.
They will be on our website.
Okay.
We ultimately
like an Amazon.
Yes, Amazon is the textbook definition of dropship. So we host all their assortment, and they do all the shipping. They do all the fulfillment and everything. We're a medium for them, a marketing medium for them. So my job day in, day out as a dropship specialist is to onboard new vendors. So we have vendors that reach out to us, there's vendors that we reach out to. So I'm constantly in communication with different vendors in different industries across like different categories. So my biggest challenges at time are just dealing with vendors who are inconsistent. But it's remote work. So this job used to be more integrated when it was in person. That's when you have vendor meetings. Somebody would come into your office and you would have a face-to-face meeting with them.
Right.
Now it's just email. So if somebody's being inconsistent, I send them an email. Somebody missed a deadline, I send them an email. Somebody wants to get on board with us, I send them an email. So my job is primary emails. So I can knock out my job in about 3 hours.
Right.
Oh, dang.
Right.
Okay.
So that in turn opens up lunchtime for where do I want to go eat today?
And you just keep your phone with you in case you get an email or what?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I can also be connected mobile. So I can also go work out at that time. My boss is very, very cool. We both have the same level of mindset. Like, hey, if it's pertinent and it's important, we'll handle it right then and there. But after that, do your own thing.
Yeah.
No type of micromanagement.
Y'all on the same page.
As it should be.
And it's with us being like part of a digital department. Everybody's remote. So it's like there's no reason for us to impress on somebody else's time.
Right.
Because you wouldn't want that to happen on you.
Right.
So it's very, very laissez-faire. But we get our work done at the end of the day.
Right.
So like I said, lunchtime, I can go out to lunch. If I so choose to, I can go work out. I can listen to a podcast. I can play the game. Outside of that, when it comes down to afternoon, we typically only have full department meetings in the afternoon. And that's like the whole digital department. But those, if you're not presenting, you're just an observer.
Right.
So that's pretty much the structure of my day. I get off, around 4 per se if I haven't already finished my work. If my time to cook, I'll go ahead and prepare a meal. I'll go to the gym again, play the game, watch some TV, catch up on my shows, talk to anybody who wants to talk to me.
Wow.
That's a good life.
This is a good life. This is why Justin be happy all the time.
Yeah, a lot of my time goes into extracurriculars after work. So, I mean, I do maintain a lot of different obligations. But even though like a lot of stuff, my stuff is like digital. So it's a lot of phone calls and a lot of just checking up on people for accountability. So yeah, my life is fairly chill.
That's what's up.
That is what's up. I think this is an important conversation. One, because most people don't even sit and think about all the stuff that they do throughout the day.
Yeah.
And then two, I think it's in context of why you should know why your friends. Why you should know what your friends do is because a lot of times we may reach out to our friends and they don't call us back, or like we want to have a more front facing relationship with our friends, and we probably just don't understand why they're unavailable, or like why they never answer the phone, why they never call you back. It really just could be nothing personal.
Go ahead, Adam. Who you talking about?
I'm just saying. I'm not talking about anybody in particular. I'm just saying I can see why somebody would be disgruntled if like, especially like relationships that may be for like older relationships, like maybe from college or something. And you're finding it difficult to find a time to catch up. it could be just because that person's busy.
Yeah, I think this conversation is important because it shows us maturing in our level of relationships.
Right.
Just we all do come from a college background. We all went to school together. So
Right.
our day to day was go to school, come home, and kick it type thing.
Right.
Now we're moving into different facets of life. So so like Coop has a infant child. Like that is a different rationale from our 9-to-5 jobs. It is just as important, or we could say even more important.
More important.